0. Hey guys, this
Hey,
is
everybody.
Scott and Bethany Palmer, the Money Couple. Welcome to Wealth Wednesdays.
Absolutely. We are so excited to be here with you today. Wealth Wednesdays. Scott and Bethany Palmer recording here live from Colorado Springs.
Colorado
Beautiful
Springs.
Colorado Springs.
It's supposed
That's
to
right.
snow tomorrow.
That's right.
Snow. Let me check
Snow.
the date on my watch. Yeah, that's May 17th for anybody. Usually we have somebody join us from Hawaii, which means I am madly, insane jealous of you.
Totally.
And then we've got a bunch of people from down south. We love our southern brothers and sisters, but insanely, just don't complain about the heat and don't complain about the humidity.
That's right.
Because the high tomorrow is 41 degrees.
That's
So
right.
I don't know what the heck is going on.
That's right.
But I'll tell you one thing: I'm not a huge advocate of global warming because they need to come here to Colorado.
That's right.
Think about global warming.
That's right. Okay. Wow. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, all
I'm
right.
done pouting.
Awesome. Well, this is Scott and Bethany Palmer, the Money Couple. I'm here today to talk to you about the 3 ways to use your vacations as a wonderful money training tool. And we are excited about this. Lots of you are about ready to head out. You've got road trips ahead of you. You've got, what?
Well, you
Plane
might be
trips,
plane trips, and maybe some of you guys are
camping.
going international,
That's
camping.
right.
Good luck on that. We love traveling internationally
Yes,
whenever we
we
can.
do.
If you get to take your kids internationally, we're hoping to do that next year.
Yes,
what a
yes.
blessing and a treat that is.
Do a shout out to us if you can from
Yeah.
wherever you are. We'd love to see who's joining us today.
And where you're going on vacation too.
Yes,
What
let
a
us
great.
know.
But you know what's
It's
interesting
fun.
about this whole vacation thing is it tends to heighten our money personalities, meaning
so
that
true.
hopefully most of you have taken your money personalities assessment. So
Yep.
a saver kind of can get a little uneasy because you're spending money that you're not used to spending. Spender like my wife and myself, we
Yeah.
we love vacation. As a matter of fact, sometimes I think we love vacation a little too much. So the security seekers like me, we have to have a plan.
That's
We
right.
have to have a plan for everything on
right.
vacation, which guess
Have a
what?
plan.
We do.
That's right.
And then you've got your flyers. This is such a great time for flyers because this is when a flyer just gets to totally hang out with the family and engage and just have a blast. My wife disappeared. I don't know where she went. Oh, we're trying to find the kids' book? Okay. I don't know if we have one.
Yes, we do. I'll go
We
get
do?
one.
Okay, she's going to
You
go
can
get one.
started.
I'm just going to keep going. And who did I miss? Oh, risk takers. You guys love vacations because usually you're the ones like my wife, Bethany, who likes to try some new different things. And so bottom line is we are just so excited to talk about how we can use these times. Sorry, my hand's bouncing all over. We're really excited to just kind of talk to you about how you can use vacations to really help engage with teaching your kids about money. We want to use every opportunity we can, especially fun opportunities, to bring our kids into our circle, to bring our kids and give them an amazing learning opportunity so they're not living in your basement when they're 40. So, anyways, let's get rolling. Okay, so we're talking about 3 ways to use your vacation to train your kids about money. And we think vacations are a great time. You're a little bit more relaxed anyway, so it even makes it more fun. Okay, number 1. Oh, by the way, we're Scott and Bethany Palmer. We're coming to you live from Colorado Springs. You'll see the beautiful clouds and the mountain in the background. Okay, so, and Bethany's just about to join me again.
That's right.
But the number one tip that we want to give you today that we've used ourselves and we continue to use is let the kids pick an adventure and let them do all the research. So for instance, we're going to Branson. And one of our sons found this inflatable ball that just got into this little tiny hole. It was
Hilarious.
like being birthed all over again. It was in the back of a trailer park. So, I mean, I was a little bit like, dude, are we sure this is... I'm sure they didn't have
I wish
insurance.
we could show them pictures.
I know. For you security seekers, I was freaking
gosh.
out because I was like, no way this place is insured, and this just looks sketch.
However, Cole did the research.
Did the research, and
So
so the
excited.
three points are the first one is let them pick an adventure,
Yep.
and then let them do the research.
Yep.
And when maybe it's like ours in this inflatable ball, which scared the jeebers out of
Rolled
me.
down this long hill with us inside.
Right,
of it.
and it was like a guy had literally just
Hysterical.
carved out this trench in the back of this trailer park. I'm so not kidding. So the kids loved it. Bethany had a good time. I'll pass next time.
Right.
Anyways, but so the first thing that you have to do is just give them the freedom to pick it. Whether it's an amusement park, whether it's maybe a boat trip, maybe it's whale watching, whatever they're into. And here's the 3 things that you have to do as you let them pick the adventure. Number 1, when will you do it? So make sure that you schedule a day, because if you don't, it ain't going to happen.
That's right.
Number 2, how's it going to be fun for the entire family? So when they're basically presenting to this as the family, say, hey, this is going to be a blast. Like the rubber ball. Basically, they could have said, hey, this is going to be a blast for everybody but Dad, who probably is going to throw up afterwards. But we can make fun of him for the next 2 years, which guess what? Still getting made fun of on that one. So it's got to be fun for the entire family. And the third one, now here comes the money plug.
That's right.
How much will it cost?
Yep.
You know, the reality is for so many of us, we're on vacation, we're having a blast, and we go to the amusement park, we whip out our credit card, our kids don't have any idea not only how much it costs, but maybe that it was a little bit of a sacrifice for you to get them where they are. And that's one of the things that Beth and I talk a lot about in the 5 money conversations to have with your kids at every age and stage. Shameless plug there. But we talk about the importance of bringing your kids into money decisions, not to overwhelm them. I'm not going to sit down and do my taxes with my 15-year-old, okay? But what I am going to do is let him know what the value of $1 is.
That's right.
And how when you spend $500 as a family to go to Disney, there was a sacrifice made. So let them, number 1, let them pick the adventure and make sure that you know when you're going to do it, why it's going to be fun for the whole family, and the cost.
Yeah. Now, here's one other tip. When they do the cost, oftentimes with things like the ball rolling adventure and things like that, there's coupons.
Okay, there was no coupon for the ball
No,
rolling.
there wasn't. There wasn't.
All right, I'm just
right,
saying.
right. But after they determine and figure out what the cost is, teach them how to Google in and say, you know, discount for ball rolling.
Groupons.
Or Groupon or something like that. Because what you're teaching them is that not only how to have some fun, but that you may be able to save a couple of dollars with the discount of some sort, maybe a coupon code or something like that. So this, again, it's using this real life situation, something that you may do, but bringing them into it. And let me tell you, they are so excited. When they determine one of the adventures, they are so excited. It was fun. I was talking to a girlfriend, and she's actually going to Europe. And she's going to be staying about 3 weeks with some family members there. And so they're going to kind of be staying in one place. And so she had her son go out and Google and find an adventure, something for them to do as a family for one of the days. And then she's going to have her daughter do it as well. But anyway, just really, really neat stuff, neat, easy ways to get our kids involved when learning monies on the real practical everyday sides. One of the things we don't do oftentimes is seize the opportunities, seize the moments to train our kids about money just from our everyday experience.
Yep.
A lot of people are like, no, I don't have a program. Well, yes, you have a program. You actually have the 5 money conversations to have with kids to every age and stage, so you have a program, but also at the same time use everyday experiences, and vacations are awesome times
Awesome
to talk
times.
about money. All right, number 2.
You gonna hit number 2?
I'm going to hit number 2.
Okay.
Okay. Give your kids a set amount of extra spending money before the trip and tell them what it's for. And they're going to be able to determine how to spend their money. So let me give you an example. You know, like when you're on a road trip and you stop at the gas station and they're like, can I have a soda? Can I have a drink? And you're, you know, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, yeah, but you just got one at the last stop. Can we not get one this time? And then you're always kind of having those kind of conversations. A way to eliminate them is give them a set amount of money. $25, $50, whatever, $100, whatever you want for the whole trip. It depends on how long the trip is and where you're going, so on and so forth. And then they get to use that money. And whatever money they don't use, they get to save.
So awesome.
So it's fun. It allows them to be able to go, oh, you know what? Well, I don't need the chips. I'll just have the drink now. You know, those kind of decisions. And it helps them learn about money and how much things cost. And just an incredible way. Now, if you have a complete saver, okay, so if you have a saver, security seeker child, this is where knowing what your kids' money personalities is so important. And in here you actually get a code, and so you can get your kids' money personalities for free and confirm both of them, their primary and secondary. Some of the kids are like, you know, they won't spend the money. And this is where you can teach your saver, security seekers to spend money. The rule is they have to spend the money, or they have to spend a certain percentage of the money. And if they if they don't, then they give it back to you. So there's things. It's not just this it's every single money personality can learn from this particular exercise. But remember that you keep each child's money personalities in perspective when you're determining how and to spend this money. So maybe this money would go towards, here's some just ideas, stops at the gas station, goodies at the amusement park. Sometimes they want a stuffed animal or whatever. There you go. The cheesy little things that they'll never use at those little shops that
you always say no to. Let them use their money for
right,
it.
Exactly. Tourist trap kind of places. So anyway, just a wonderful. They start to look at the prices of things. They have their money in their hand. It's real tangible. Make sure you give them the money too. Really important. Don't just tell them that they have a dollar amount. They get the dollars. Go to the bank before, give them the cash so they can actually hold it, touch it, and feel it.
And one thing, too, I'll just encourage you is one of your kids, especially if they're spenders, are going to blow through that money in about 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what the reality is? That's life. If you blow through your paycheck in 2 days, whoops, there it's gone. It's not like most of us go back to mom and dad and say, hey, I blew through my paycheck in 2 weeks. No,
right.
It's a great teaching and learning opportunity to say, yeah, sorry, dude, you spent it. And while the brother and sister still has their money and is buying stuff at gas stations and everything else, they miss out.
That's right.
And so sometimes you've got the positive reinforcement, but also letting your kids run out of money every once in a while isn't such a bad thing, because why? What's the goal? We don't want them living in our basement when they're 30. I don't. I mean, I'll just say no. But we don't
even want them asking.
Right. We don't even want the question.
Yep.
We've got to teach them how to live within their means, and what a great way to do it, in an inexpensive way, and it's going to save you a ton of money when they're actually independent and financially successful.
That's right.
Okay, number 3.
All right.
Now, number 3 usually surprises people a little bit because it has to do with you, not them. And so the number 3 that we want to use for your vacations to train your kids about money is take some time to explain to them what your money personality is.
Yes. Give an example.
Well, first of all, let me just say this. Your kids watch everything that you do.
They do.
Mine do.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't get away with anything anymore. They watch everything. And so let me give you an example. Let's say maybe that you're a saver, and you feel like maybe let's say saver, security seeker. Your primary is saver, your secondary is security seeker. You are probably not going to be one for just doing kind of on the whim things that might cost a little extra money that you weren't planning on spending. It goes against your saver and it goes against your security seeker. Explain that to them. Say, your mom or your dad, our money personality is saver, security seeker. So when we take a vacation, saving money is important to us. That's why we're going to stay here. Maybe that's why we're going to stay with family and not stay at the hotel. Good, bad, or indifferent, whether they agree with it or they don't agree with it, it's letting them get to know your money personality. And the cool thing is that what happens is then...
Hey, there's a Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
The cool thing is that then you have the opportunity to talk to them about their money personalities. I know Bethany really struggled with her mom and the fact that her mom was a saver, security seeker, but
and I'm a spender, risk taker.
Exact opposite. So Beth just felt devaluated. She just felt like her mom was cheap and shrewdish when it came to her money. The reality was, if they would have had the money personalities and Bethany would have known that her mom was a saver, security seeker, she would have known it wasn't about her. She would have known that it wasn't her fault. She wouldn't have felt undervalued. And I think sometimes that's what happens when we don't talk about our own money personalities and are vulnerable to our kids about our own money personalities.
Especially for vacation.
Absolutely. I tell my kids all the time, you know what? Part of the reason that I'm willing to spend is because I'm a spender, but I'm also a security seeker. So I'm willing to spend, but I'm not going to go crazy. Right. And that shows them the kind of balance that I have. And then hopefully they'll be able to, my youngest son has the same money personality I do. My oldest is much more like Bethany. His primary is a risk taker, but his secondary is a security seeker. We talk about our money personalities all the time because we can understand in different scenarios, okay, why is dad stressed out? Well, because we're spending more money and we're not sticking to the plan.
Right.
And every once in a while, my risk taker wife or my risk taker son can say, Dad, or best husband in the world, whatever my title is that day. You're being a little bit heavy on the security seeker side. And I can let my shoulders drop and I can say, you know what? This is vacation. Lighten up. We'll get to the sixth stop of the day that you had planned, looking at the world's largest ball of twine, which I'm still interested in seeing. We had to skip that one last time in Kansas. We're hitting it this time. But anyways, These are awesome to share your money personalities with your kids and then talk to them about theirs.
Yes. So how it would oftentimes play out for me is we'd be, like, I remember just like it was yesterday, we'd be in Disneyland and my mom would be complaining the whole morning about how much lunch was going to cost because, you know, when you buy lunch there, it's super expensive. Well, that put a damper. If she would have known what her money personalities were, she probably wouldn't have put a damper on because she would have been like, why am I throwing up all over everybody about my money personalities? She probably wouldn't have because she was really, really self-aware. But she could have said, that's my saver, everybody. We're going to go and have a good time. So, you know, it's just really interesting about that and all that.
So very cool.
What are you pointing out?
Hey, I was pointing out that Jamie Smithhart just said, we just got back from vacation and did this with our kids. Gave each one a budget. Oldest ran out first, typical. And when he found something he wanted, he couldn't afford it. His little sister felt bad. Oh,
we can't. I wouldn't do that. Yeah,
scroll down?
no, we can't read it all.
I'm assuming the little sister bought it for her. We're just going to go with that because it's such a sweet story. But anyways, yeah, good job, Jamie. This is how we're teaching our kids practicality.
Yeah.
When your son is in college and he gets a student loan to help maybe cover part of his expenses, he's not going to blow through that student loan on frivolous things because he is going to know.
Ooh, she said yes.
Yes. Okay, Jamie. Sweet girl you're raising. So
see, she's a spender, but she is also a gift giver. I mean, that is so cool because if we can motivate, if we can turn our kids' spender money personalities into being generous, how cool is that? And you can affirm her and say, you know what, honey, you like to spend money, but you're also really generous. And look what you did to your brother. That's so cool. So just such easy, practical ways to be able to encourage them. Sorry, I'm on a tangent.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Anyways, so thank you for the feedback, Jamie. That is awesome. And we hope that, I'm glad to hear that worked for you guys because we definitely have had it work for us. So 3 ways to use your vacation to train your kids about money. The first one was let them pick the adventure. Tell them what you're going to do or when you're going to do it so they know what's on there. How will the entire family have fun? And last but not least, how much is it going to cost? Right. Then number 2 is give your kids extra spending money up front and let them manage their own budget during the vacation for where you're going. And last but not least, take some time to explain to your kids your money personalities and open the door for them to share about their money personalities. Hey, we are Scott and Bethany Palmer.
I'm so happy to be with you today.
We have 2 weeks of school left, and even though it's supposed to snow tomorrow, I'm convinced that summer will arrive in Colorado sooner or later. So have an awesome vacation. Be safe. Thank you for being part of this amazingly fast-growing community. Remember, we've got this amazing books, the 5 money conversations to have with your kids at every age and stage. Have an amazing vacation.
And don't forget to make it happen.